What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you guys are having an amazing Thursday. So Regina King has been trending on my social media feed all day, and she has sat down with Robin Roberts to open up for the first time about the passing of her son, Ian. So she is promoting her new movie where she is going to be starring Shirley Chisholm, and Shirley Chisholm is an amazing historical figure. She was the first Black woman to run for the president of the United States. She was a powerhouse. She was a ghostwriter for a lot of politicians and powerful men. And she's like, you know what? Instead of writing for them, I'm going to take center stage. She was from Barbados. Okay. So, she already had that Caribbean swag going on. I love learning about her and the fact that Regina King, who is one of my favorite actresses, is going to be portraying her. I cannot wait. But she sat down with Robin, and I wanted you guys to hear in her own words about how, her son passing directly affected her. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
And boss. For the last couple of years, Regina has been taking much needed time away. In January of 2022, her dear son Ian tragically passing away by suicide. You dedicated the film to your beloved Ian, your son. My Ian. What has this time span, these last 2 years, been like for you, Regina?
Wow. I'm a different person, now than I was January 19th. Grief is a journey. I understand that grief is love that has no place to go. I know that it's important to me to honor Ian in the totality of who he is. I speak about him in the present because he is always with me, and the joy and happiness that he gave all of us.
But behind that joy and happiness, Ian's mental health took a toll.
When it comes to depression, that people expect it to look a certain way, and they expect it to look heavy, and people expect that
it's okay
to have to experience this and not be able to have the time to just sit with Ian's choice, which I respect and understand, that he didn't want to be here anymore. And that's a hard thing for other people to receive because they did not live our experience, did not live Ian's journey.
I think a lot of people are going to appreciate that you said it was his choice and that you recognize that.
I was so angry with God, that why would that weight be given to Ian? Of all of the things that we had gone through with the therapy, with psychiatrists and programs, and Ian was like, I'm tired of talking, Mom. My favorite thing about myself is being Ian's mom. And I can't say that with a smile, with tears, with all of the emotion that comes with that. I can't do that if I did not respect the journey.
Their close bond, always on full display at Regina's red carpet events. I thought of...
Okay, so you guys heard from, Regina in her own words, right? And I commend her for speaking out about it. A lot of times when something that tragic happens, especially since he was Regina's only son, It was with her ex-husband, who's Ian Sr., and they were married for 10 years. But she says, that she respects that it's his choice. And, she says that she understands that it's a journey, right? That grief is a journey. And I think that's such a beautiful sentiment. It's having that space of love. And sometimes, that love has nowhere to go. But Regina is an artist. And so I'm really proud of her. I'm really proud of her for taking the time that she needed, in the space that she needed away from Hollywood, and only coming back when she felt that she was ready. Sitting down with Robin is very courageous, speaking about the passing of her only child. But the fact that, that they did go to therapy together, that they did try to, get him help for his mental health issues. And then she said that ultimately she had to get to a place of acceptance that, he didn't want to be here anymore. And it's heartbreaking. But again, I commend her for, telling that story, for keeping his memory alive in the way that honors him and honors her, Another poignant thing she says that I really can appreciate, she says, when it comes to depression, people expect it to look a certain way. They expect it to look heavy. To have to experience this and not be able to have time to just sit with Ian's choice, which I respect and understand. He didn't want to be here anymore, and that's a hard thing for people to receive because he did not live our experience. We did not live Ian's journey. And so being empathetic and putting herself, in her son's shoes, knowing that while we are all sharing this earth together, every single person's journey through life is different, right? Even if, like me and my sister, we ultimately, you could be siblings, grow up with the same parents, and have two totally different experiences. You can be best friends with someone, attend the same schools, and have completely different experiences. And so the fact that, Regina is being so open and transparent about that, about her grief, she says, quote, why would that weight be given to God of all the things we had gone through, therapy, psychiatrists, programs? And Ian was like, I'm tired of talking, Mom. Sometimes a lot of guilt comes over me. When a parent loses a child, you still wonder, what could I have done so that wouldn't have happened? I know I share this grief with everyone, but no one else is Ian's mom, only me, so it's mine. And that sadness will never go away. It will always be with me. And I can only imagine, I've heard that the hardest thing that people have, one of the hardest challenges in life is a parent who has to bury their child. I remember back when my grandmother was alive, my auntie died before, my grandmother did. My mom's older sister, she died of cancer. And it was heartbreaking for my grandmother to, bury her oldest child. And so again, my thoughts and my prayers are with Regina King and her entire family, right? I'm really hoping and praying that she does have a strong support system around her, and I'm sure that she does. Regina has been an iconic actress in this game. There's so many people that love her. And so just, her speaking out about her grief again, I really commend her. I hope that she's sitting down, with a really good therapist, and she is able to one day heal or overcome those feelings of guilt, because ultimately, there is nothing that you can do, especially since Ian was an adult. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't a kid, he was an adult. I mean, he was in his 20s, and he made a conscious decision, a conscious choice. And she said that she has to understand that and respect that. And so just listening to that sounds like for me that she's on her way to acceptance. But as she said, that grief and that sadness will never leave because that was her baby. She's like, ultimately, I'm Ian's mom. At the end of the interview, I couldn't play all of it because, ABC is very particular about their copyrights, which I understand. But Robin asked her, if there's two words that Shirley Chisholm used to describe herself, and she said unbossed and unbought, right? She was such a boss. I loved her. But she asked Regina, if you could describe yourself in two words, what would it be? And Regina said, And then Robin says, well, I know two words to describe you. And Regina says, okay. And she said, Ian's mom. And Regina says, well, that's the first thing that came to my mind, but I wanted to, say something more profound. But Regina said, that's exactly it. I am Ian's mom. And I feel like once you do have a child, that is such an amazing identity marker, right? You go from being simply a woman or a daughter or a sister to now someone's mother, bringing a life into this world. And so Regina, she definitely still honors her son's memory through her work, through her life, speaking his name, and just living every day. I really appreciate her and her courage and her bravery to talk to Robin about this. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about her interview with Robin Roberts? And are you gonna watch her new movie as she's portraying Shirley Chisholm? I know I am. I'm gonna be seated for it. But you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.